Hey guys, welcome to impromptu reading sprints because I wasn't planning on reading sprints today, but I figured, you know what? Let's just go ahead. I have a ton of writing to do this month, so I figured every now and then when I have a free afternoon that we would just hang out together and read or, you know, be productive, do whatever you guys want to do. So I have my phone and my keyboard ready to go, ready to write. I think I'm very close to 30,000 words right now in my novel, and I really want to get to at least 80,000 words by the end of the month. I'm hoping and praying that that's going to happen. It might not, but we'll see. I was planning on like sharing with you a little bit sooner that I was gonna do these sprints, but I was like, "Am I really gonna do it? Do I really have the time?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, obviously, because I'll be spending time with you guys, but I will also be spending time writing." So I figured we would just hang out together, enjoy a little bit of writing time, and just have a good time. So I forgot that my phone is mirror image for some reason, so it looks like I'm using my right hand, but I'm not. Anyways, so I hope you guys are gonna have a good time. Let me know if you're gonna plan on reading today or what are you guys doing this afternoon. I am at the point in my book that it's a little bit of a slower part, so I gotta like, okay, there's gotta be something else that happens pretty soon. So I have to figure that out. I haven't written in like 2 days, so I'm like, I have to kind of refresh my brain on where I'm at, but hopefully I'll be able to catch up a little bit in my writing, not reading. I have been reading though lately as well, but I definitely want to get in some writing today, especially since um, got some nice quiet time today. Hi, Kim. Glad you're here. Yeah, I posted it about a half an hour ago that I was gonna come on live because I was like, "You know what? I really need to get to writing," even though I had such a busy weekend. Like, I have to, relax and stuff, but I filmed 6 videos this weekend, guys, 6 videos. So that way I have most of June freed up so I can write. And I haven't pre-filmed videos in a very long time, and it felt really good. But I'm really tired. So hopefully I can get some writing done. Oh, sorry guys, my phone's ringing. So yeah, it's probably nobody, but I'm just gonna mute myself really quick. I was right, it was nobody, and they hung up. So I was like, I never get up. I'm like 99.9% of the time it's literally nobody or scams. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do that. So I don't even get up. I'm like, if it's somebody that I know, they call my cell phone. So I'm like, it's fine. Anyways, so yay. I'm glad, Kim, that you caught the sprints. Yay. Hopefully I can sometimes comments are really hard on my phone, but I was gonna plug in my laptop behind my chair, but then I was like, then I gotta move the chair, move the table behind me. I was like, no, that ain't happening today. It's not gonna happen. Definitely not. Hi, Amy. I'm glad you're here. Going to use these sprints to stay focused on freelance work and YouTube editing. Awesome. I just finished editing the rest of my book or the rest of my videos this morning. So I am free as a bird. I even uploaded them to Instagram already and everything. So I'm really happy that I got everything done. That was a lot of work too. And now I can't scroll. There we go. It's like I can't scroll the comments. There we go. Okay, I did miss some comments. Ah, that's what I get for using my phone. Oh well. Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. Glad you're here. And let's see, Elma's here as well. Hi, Elma. At least thankfully I can show your comments on the screen. Just a little harder on my phone, but that's okay. Elma says, so glad you have some afternoon sprints today. 6 videos. Yeah, it was a lot, but I'm really happy that I got that done. So I only have my weekly book reviews that I need to film. I couldn't really pre-film those because I read those, you know, usually one a week or maybe two a week, and the reading vlog for later on this month. So I have lots of free time. So that's always good. Jamie will be reading The Arc of Crierstone. Nice. And working on updating Instagram. Awesome. I got the e-arc for that as well, but I haven't read it yet. I don't have a lot of time right now, but hopefully I will soon. And Jamie said, "Hey, Alma." And Alma's reading Christie by Catherine Marshall right now. Awesome. So I'm actually gonna have longer sprints today because that way, because I am writing a lot. So we're gonna actually do hour reading sprints this time. That way, you guys can just, do whatever you want to do. If you want to read or edit videos or whatever, it'll give you plenty of time to do that. And I'll probably do maybe, I'm guessing 3 hours on here because yeah, I think 3 hours. So we'll do three 1 hour reading sprints, between 2 and 3, depending on how long I have, but at least that much time. Kim joined the fangirling and started reading the Timeless series. Awesome. Finished book one and promptly started book two. Well, I guess I assume that you liked it since you started book two right away. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That is definitely, the Christian booktube like it series, I guess, right now. That is a great series. I still need to read the new one. I have the audio and I have the physical book, so I'm ready to go. Alma says she enjoys the longer sprints as well. I do too. Like I always thought like I started at 20 minutes, then I changed it to 30 minutes. And I was like, 30 minutes just isn't enough, especially for writing. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna just have an hour reading sprint. I was actually joining in ones that were an hour and a half. I think those are a little too long for me. I was joining in those last month, and I was like, those are a little too long, but I think an hour's perfect, at least for writing. So it'll motivate me, hopefully. Pray for my writing. Pray that I'll be able to get it done. Hi, Christine. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're joining in. Mom's texting me. I'm like, Mom, I'm live. It's okay. It just pops up a little Facebook message, anyways. All right. So, yeah, I'm really excited to just have fun today and get some reading done. Okay. Anyways, so I'm hoping to get to my airplane scene today in my book. That is the main goal because I have had that airplane scene written since last summer, and I really want to send my book over to my author friend who's willing to read what I have written so far. So I need to get uh, at least to that airplane scene and then be able to send it to her. So she won't be able to read it until the middle of the month, but that's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just do a sprint since I don't think anybody else has commented. Let me just double check though. There might be other comments. Oh yeah, Jamie said she loves the Timeless series, just read book 5. I heard a lot of people are loving book 5, and some people have said it's been their favorites. And I was like, "Ooh, that sounds great." Kim's mom didn't even let me post my review. She wanted the book right away. That's great. That's great. My mom read book 1 and 2, I think. She's been enjoying them, but, like, she hasn't really talked about them that much. So, yeah. So, I guess she liked them, but I don't think they're, like, her new favorites or anything. Alright, so let's go ahead and do, I guess, our first hour sprint, so I can go ahead and write. I'm sorry I won't have any music. As I said, I'm on my phone because it's easier for me to type in my chair and just relax. So but we're just gonna have fun, go ahead and have fun reading and everything. And yeah, so we'll go until 10 after the hour. So yeah, have fun, and I will see you all guys in an hour. Okay, guys, that's the end of our first sprint. That hour was way too quick, let me tell you. And man, once I get going in writing and everything, like it takes me like a good, I would say 10 to 15 minutes just to kind of get going with the writing. But after that, I was on fire. I wrote, hold on, I actually saved it, 619 words for an hour. That's pretty good. If that's actually really good, honestly. So an hour's worth of writing got me 619 words. My goal is 2,000 words a day for the next 60 days. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but at least 1,000 words a day. That's like my minimum. 2,000 words would be excellent, but I had a really good idea to kind of get the treasure hunting going a little bit more, that I'm like, okay, I got it now. I just need to write it down. So I'm loving it so far, honestly. And I actually already have ideas for the second book, like a lot of ideas for the second book. So I'm like, stop thinking about the sequel, stop it, and just write the first book. But I'm loving it. I do have like a couple books that I'm looking at reading for, like, researching and getting to know my craft and stuff. Also, going to the writing conference later this year is really going to help as well, definitely. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying your books, and let me know how you did in your reading, or what did you do. Hope you got some stuff done that you were planning on. I have to find out where our comments. A lot of people popped in, and I try to answer comments as I was writing, so I had to pop in and out of my writing app. But that's okay. I do know that, like, since I'm kind of, like, writing most of it on my phone, I'll probably have to, like, retype it out when I'm done, cause like, the formatting alone isn't all that great on my phone. Like, I'm using the Word app, but I kinda, like, switched back and forth between, like, my laptop and my phone, and, like, for some odd reason, it changed, like, I don't know if it changed the font or it changed the color, but there's, like, a couple different odd spots that I have written just because I switched devices. I'm like, "I think I'm just gonna stick with my phone and, just copy and paste it over when I have the time onto my laptop." So let me see. Still trying to scroll my comments. I noticed a couple people popped in while I was doing sprints, so thanks everybody for joining in. Kay popped in. Hi, Kay. Nice to see you. I met Kay on some other reading sprints, so thanks for joining in on my sprints. And then, yes, definitely stay hydrated and do whatever you need to do. I do need to go stretch next sprint because I've been sitting for an hour, so I'll probably go to the bathroom and just take a little walk and then get back to writing during the next sprint. So definitely need to relax. I always forget to ring that bell for notifications, but like they work for the most part, but sometimes they don't. So hopefully they do. That way you can get notified when I do sprints. And Erica popped in. Hi, Erica. Yeah, I don't have a formal education in creative writing. I don't honestly think a lot of authors really do. I mean, you just I feel like a lot of authors just get the passion for it, and I feel like the more you read, the better you're gonna get at your writing, if I'm being honest, because I used to hate writing when I was in school. Like, I already did my dedication in the back of my book already. But, like, I talk about how, like, I used to hate writing. I hated writing in school, and that's because, like, I was reading other people's work, and, like, then I had to, like, kind of, like, give, like, a book report or a critique. I just didn't enjoy that really, and I do better at, like, book reviews, but, like, I just did not enjoy writing in school. But there was a little spark that hit, when I was a senior in high school. That was 15 plus years ago, and I wrote a short story. It was a sci-fi short story, and my teacher, he was hilarious. Because I ended it on a little bit of a sad cliffhanger, and he was like, "Why did you do a sad ending? Like, I wanted a happy ending." And I was like, not all books technically end on a happy note. And I was like, what if I wanted to write more than that? So I actually ended up like re-editing that short story and sent it to my college writing class, and he loved it. And I think I got like an A plus plus or whatever on it. But I was like, that kind of gave me a little spark of like, I actually did enjoy writing that piece of fiction because it was my own. I got to create characters and a different lands and everything, and I had a lot of fun with it. I wish I still had that short story because I would love to make it into a full-length novel. But I don't think I had a grasp for like characters and plotting and stuff like that if I didn't actually read as much as I do. Reading has definitely grown my vocabulary a lot. My parents have noticed. I'll say words and they'll be like, where did you read where did you learn that word? And I said, from reading. And yeah, it grows. And also, I don't know if it necessarily helps with like grammar and stuff because I don't really pay attention to that all that much, but it definitely helps with my wordage and just listening to like other writers and getting tips and tricks from them as well as listening to readers too, like what do they like, what do they not like. So I actually really do enjoy kind of like, I feel like readers really help too, because like one of my friends was talking in our book group and she was like, I hate when books mention the characters, like when there's like one or two characters, but like they mention their names like all the time. Like my character's name is Sarah. So like Sarah said, Sarah did. In like one paragraph, I mentioned the character's name like 10 times. That's actually helped me to be like, okay, like looking back at what I'm writing, uh, don't mention this character's name so much because we know who we're talking about already. So that's actually helped a lot. And that was from a reader. So yeah. And I actually got my biggest tip from a fellow writer. She said, if you're going to start writing, most people don't even finish their first draft because they end up going back and editing. And I noticed that like if I ever did start to write something, I would go back and like look at like every single paragraph that I wrote. Well, that's a huge mistake. And a lot of people, not everybody, a lot of people can go back and edit and then just continue writing. But for me, I took that advice to heart and I just continue writing. If I need to make a note where I need to research something or I forget a character's name, I'm not going to go back 5 pages and look up that character's name. I'm just going to put either, a word like hedgehog or cheddar or something you won't actually use in the book. That way you can look up that word and all of your notes that you need to go back to will be found when you research that specific word. I use hedgehog because I think that's one that she used. But it's been really helping just to continue writing without going back and editing. So it's been a huge help to do that. That's one of my biggest helps, really, just to continue no matter what. Even if it looks terrible or like you write in the middle of the night and you're thinking that was the worst thing I ever wrote. But it actually does really help. Trying to skip all my comments. And yes, Erica asked me if I was a pantser. And yes, I am totally a pantser. I really thought I was going to be a person who plots everything because I'm so organized and I make lists of everything. Apparently, I'm not. And I'm kind of glad I'm not because it's kind of interesting seeing where my characters take me. But yeah, I think I will be if I decide to go ahead and write fantasy and sci-fi. Like I would love to do that someday. Right now it's just contemporary romance and suspense. But if I have to do, well, not have to, but if I decide to do fantasy or sci-fi, I will become plot, a plotzer, a plot person for sure because I definitely cannot do fantasy and sci-fi without research or whatever. I'd be a little slow going through the comments, only because I can't like scroll all that quickly on my phone. Hi, Fashion Aplenty. She popped in. Yeah, I don't know exactly what editors do, but they do a lot. Like, I was honestly considering being an editor. I was like, oh, an editor would be a fantastic job to have. I'd probably have to go back to school and go back to English classes to become an editor. Yes. I know they do a lot though, because I know one of my author friends, she was talking about like how like her editor does like all the formatting and stuff like that. Like she doesn't even have to worry about, you know, paragraphs and stuff like that or whatever. Like she just I was like, boy, what editor do you have? Like I need her on my docket. But yes, so So I don't know exactly, and it also depends on the editor too. Like I'm sure some do more than others. Just depends. And hopefully, um, I will say though, I have heard that if you can get a publisher to publish your book, then you don't necessarily need an editor because they have their own editors to go and look at the work and stuff. So that's what I'm hoping for. But if I do end up needing an editor, I will go ahead and hopefully find somebody. I do have somebody that I would love to have do my editing. Her name's Jane Eyre Trump. She's an author, but she's also an editor and award-winning editor too. So that'd be great. And I do know her a little bit. And I saw Paige pop in. Hi, Paige. Glad you're here. Yeah, just random reading sprints on a Monday afternoon. It is Monday, isn't it? Yes. Oh, I did forget to take off the banner of sprinting wise. There we go. I was wondering, I'm like, what's that thing scrolling on the bottom? That's why. And now I lost track of comments. Sorry, guys, just scrolling comments right now because I lost track. There we go. Okay. It like scrolled down and like got rid of all the comments. I'm like, really? Hi, Molly. I'm glad you're here. Are you reading anything or just relaxing today or getting stuff done? Elma says, I'm so excited about your book, Treasure Seeking. No, there's no pirates involved. I mean, there is a group of bad guys that I guess you would consider pirates. But no, not like physical pirates, no. But there is a hidden treasure in it. But yes, more along the veins of like National Treasure or Indiana Jones, stuff like that. So I do love my pirates, but um, right now, no pirates. Christine finished your work. Yay, awesome. Uploaded a video and edited a short. That's great. I'm glad you got stuff done today. Yay. I always intend to do shorts and then I'm like, no. I would love to do some more shorts. So I have to do shorts for my Instagram author page. So I probably should get going on that. Yeah, at some point this week. I will get some of those done. Jamie says, hey, Molly. And Elma did 2 chapters in Christie during that sprint and started the new Timeless book. Awesome. Everybody's reading Timeless. That was a good series to read. I love that series. Fashion Aplenty says, do you know where you're going to find your editors? Are they pricey? I honestly don't know. Now, at the writers' conference that I am going to, we could pick whether or not to have editor meetings or agent meetings. And I don't know. I didn't really pray about it, but like I honestly felt the nudge to pick 2 agents. So I have hopefully two appointments with 2 agents to pitch my book. That's why I am planning on having it completely done by that point. And that way I can pitch it to the agents because the agents are the ones that do all the work to get your book published. So hopefully, hopefully I'm praying really hard that I will find the right agent there. But we could get editors there. So writer conferences are always good to make some connections. I have heard that they can be a bit pricey. Just depends, I guess, on where you find them. I haven't really researched that all that much yet. So I'm not much help as far as like where to find editors at the point at this point. I was planning on asking Jane Eyre Trump to be my editor, but yes, not having a lot of money doesn't help either. But I do know that most agents do not cost anything um, like off the mark. They should only get paid when they sell your book. That's why they want to make sure that your book is going to be like a good seller. So yeah, that is the plan. Hopefully. And Molly says, "Hey Jamie, Amy Marie started some beans on the stove and edited some of my video. Awesome, awesome, yay." I don't know what we're having for dinner. We're starting to eat a lot more healthy now. So, like, I'm trying to figure out, we have some things planned, but I'm not exactly sure what we're having tonight. Can't remember. Not sure. Maybe salmon patties or something. It's always hard to eat healthy too in the summer because none of us feel like cooking. It's awful. It's like we don't feel like cooking, and yeah, so we'll have to find something good to eat. Kim got caught up on reading a bit more in Dwelling by Melissa Michaels, and now I'm reading In This Moment, Timeless 2. Nice. Nice, very nice. At least I stopped at a good point in my writing, so I know where I am, but like I finished my thought. So Kim says you're making me miss writing. I know it's weird. Like I'll go like a couple days without writing, thinking I gotta get back into it. I gotta get back into it. And then like I start writing and I'm like, gee, like I should never stop. Like once you stop, it's kind of hard to get back into it. So like I'm trying to train myself to write every single day, which does help, honestly. Just it's like another like healthy habit that you gotta learn, and you gotta, and once you start, progressing and continuing doing it like every single day, it doesn't feel like a chore anymore. Like I actually want to get back and hang out with my characters, which I do. I love my characters. I want to hang out with them all day, every day. Hey, Krista, I'm glad you're here. You popped in while baby was napping. Nice. Just finished the fourth pages in Kobook. How is that series? I keep looking at it like I need to read it. I need to read it, but do I pick it up? Haven't yet, but I would love to. Those are definitely like if I were to write middle grade, I really would love to do like where you pop in and out of books and stuff. I just love that idea of popping through books and everything. I think that would be lots of fun. Don't know what books because you have to be careful of copyright and stuff. Jamie says she's an English teacher, but I would make a terrible editor. Yeah, there's a different skill set to editing. Like I don't even know everything that they have to learn or do or whatever. So yes, definitely. I know my one friend, she got a freelance editor for her book, and my friend has dyslexia, so she wanted to make sure to get an editor. Well, her editor was terrible, she said. She said that I think pretty much that she didn't edit anything. And so she still had the spelling mistakes and the grammar, whatever. And I'm like, that is not an editor. Like that's maybe a proofreader if you're lucky. Like, or like an alpha or beta reader. I'm like, that is not an editor. So yeah, so I felt bad that she got that lady. I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure, like, hopefully you get your money back on that because that's just awful. It is hard for one person to do all the work. Some people, I'm sure, can do their own editing, whatever, and I applaud those that do. I'm gonna try my best to do as much as I can myself, uh, to the point, but I know that there's gonna be some things like I have no idea where to use a semicolon. Like, will I need a semicolon in my book? Will readers even care? Probably not, but I'm sure like other authors probably would be like, there needs to be a semicolon that needs to be here. So yes, there are some things that I am not sure where something is needed. Like I mainly use the main four periods, commas, question marks, and exclamation points. So I do know there probably has to be a few other things there that need done. Jamie says she tends to read what is supposed to be there instead of what is wrong, especially on your own work. Okay. Yeah, like adding stuff instead of like figuring out what's wrong. Yeah. What's my Instagram? It is my name, which I will type it in because you probably won't be able to spell it. Uh, but it's Katie Combs author, and that's where you find me. I'll pop it in the comments on my other phone because I'm filming on my other phone, but I will pop that in. I was thinking about doing a pen name, but then my family kind of talked me out of it. They're like, nobody's gonna know that you're an author, unless you use your real name, whatever. I'm like, I liked the pen name that I came up with. So if I decide to like write other books like that are indie published or a different genre, I'm probably going to use my pen name. But for now, it is my author name there. So yeah, and hopefully I will have some a Facebook group too soon, so that'll be good. I have to get all that stuff up. I'm always finishing up a Bible study and then deciding whether to continue a match in the making or do Bible reading that Chantel's doing. Oh yeah, the reading the Bible in 90 days. Yes. Yes, definitely. A match in the making is really good. I did enjoy that one a lot by Jen Turano as well. I think that's by Jen Turano. And let's see. Jamie says, hey, Krista. Kim says a 90-day Bible reading. Yes, Chantel over at Chantel reads all day, reads a lot. She changed her name, so I can't remember, but yes, Chantel does. She's doing a 90-day Bible reading for summer. I don't think I'll be joining in just because I do want to read my Bible every day this summer, but I definitely know I can't read that much this summer. Molly says it's YouVersion in the Bible app. We're only on the second day today. It's a lot. It is a lot of reading. Yes, I can barely do the Bible in a year and a half, so 90 days is a lot. It is a lot. And there's my handle in case anybody didn't see it in the comments. Yep, that's me. And nobody had that handle, thankfully. So yay. Although I'm pretty sure not many people have that name. I did know. I think there is one or two other people with that name on Facebook, but like not many. So that's good. Alma said she joined in on the Bible in 90 days too. Nice. And so is Krista. Awesome. If I was not writing this summer, I probably would try, but it is not going to happen, unfortunately. All right, so let's go ahead and do another hour since I have to make a quick pit stop and go shake my legs out a little bit. But yes, so we're going to do that and go for another hour. Let's just go until 30 after just to make it kind of even. So we'll go for another hour, have fun reading, being productive, whatever you guys are doing. And I'll see you all back in another hour. Okay, guys, that is the end of our sprint, and I think it's going to be the last one because my family's done shopping almost, so I will probably have to get off pretty soon and start cooking dinner soon as well. But I got a lot done, so I'm really, really happy with what I accomplished today. I got done uh, quite a lot written, and I wanted to write a little bit more before they get home. They're close to being finished, so by the time they get home, though, I will be done with maybe another chapter. I'm hoping. I'm really close to finishing this chapter, so I hope I can finish it. And I probably will write more tonight, but I won't have any sprints. I'll try to find somebody else to join in my sprints or somebody else to join in. But I did quite a bit, which I'm really happy about. So, yay. Sorry it's dark in here. I just realized the quality of my video is probably not the greatest. So I do apologize for that. But yes, so I finished writing for the most part for the afternoon. I am at 1,052 words written so far today. So that is half my like top goal, which is 2,000 words. So I'm really hoping to get to 2,000 words today. But if I can't, at least I accomplished my minimum goal of 1,000. So I am happy with that. But I hope you guys had fun sprinting with me. Let me know what you finished reading or whatever. If you're still hanging out with me, I know most of you probably have lunch or stuff coming up. So yes, I am planning on probably having more sprints, as I said, on Sunday. Definitely, probably no more this week. I'll be probably well too busy writing, but my dad doesn't work until like the weekend, so I yeah most likely be watching TV along with writing and stuff. But hopefully you guys had a good time, and thank you, Jamie, for saying good job. And Molly says, that's great to hear. Finished Bible study and then read 19 pages of A Match in the Making on page 275. Awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, so hope you guys have a great day. I'm getting tired, so I probably will nap when my family gets home. But yeah, so I'm gonna plan on writing until they get home, which is probably gonna be in like the next 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm gonna head off now, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.